Hi, my name is Will Statler, and for my project, I decided to make a portable camping table. I wanted to innovate on the traditional folding table design by making something that could collapse into a cylindrical shape and be easily moved and reassembled.
This is the overall design. The first and most important component is the tabletop. The slats are composed of this triangular profile. Each slat has a groove on the bottom, which attaches to the carrier supports. The supports have cylindrical carriers that are attached to the legs, with holes to adjust their distance from each other. The legs are a scissoring X-shaped mechanism. The first components I made were the legs. To build them, I disassembled a piece of shelving in my room to get two arch-shaped components that I would make into the legs. To get the portion I needed, I cut out the straight portion of the metal with an angle grinder. For the carriers, I used a piece of aluminum round stock. I turned it down to the correct diameter and added a hole for the pin to hold it in the carrier support. Then, I milled out the area for the legs to attach. After milling, I drilled a hole through that cut, added a chamfer for the bolt to sink into, and tapped the internal threading. For the carrier supports, I couldn't find steel plate in the size I needed, so I used brass instead. This was likely a good choice, as the softer metal was easier to work. I outlined the area for the two carriers and cut the plate apart for each of them. After the plates were cut to size, I drilled holes in the plates for the pins to hold the carriers in place. Then, I cut the corners for the tab that holds the slats in place. Finally, I bent the plates into shape. Finally, I made the slats of the table. I cut boards of rectangular stock at a diagonal before cutting out the flat section for fitting the supports. With the last components done, it was time to assemble. Unfortunately, after putting in all that effort to manufacture all these components, the final product just doesn't hold together. There were a lot of improvised changes I made manufacturing this, and a lot of work on it was rushed. This is the table where I attempted to assemble it, and you can see here that one of my carriers has a bolt stuck in it with the head ripped off. There's a few lessons that can be learned from this. Manage your time, prepare and measure carefully. I'm not happy with my project that it turned out this way, but I still think that the experience I got from this process was valuable. So thanks for watching my video.